I'm Harvey Belofsky. It is a tremendous privilege and pleasure to be Masada Kedushin, to officiate at the wedding of Talia and Yehudah Simcha this evening. It is such a pleasure to be here with old friends, new friends, but most of all excuse my back, they're facing this way, so I have to face somewhat towards them and somewhat towards you. They are delighted to celebrate together with so many friends from Israel, from the UK, from Australia, and from around the world. Mazel tov, not just to Yehudah Simcha and Talia, but of course to Stephen and Alexis, to Adam and Chama, to your wonderful siblings. And it is a tremendous delight to celebrate with your grandparents, Yehudah Simcha, your grandparents, Gerald and Shirley, Harold and Barbara, and Talia, your grandparents, Graham and Jackie and Sarah. And as we stand together, of course,
she looks gorgeous.
She's too long.
Oh my God, she looks stunning.
So be careful when you're walking.
Just be conscious of it.
Pictures, it's much better. Much better. So when you walk, you just pick it up.
Oh my God.
It's better for
we are thinking of those who are not able to be here today. Alexis, your mum Marilyn, Nechama, your dad Max. We're sad that they cannot be here, but we know they are extremely proud of you, and they're looking down and celebrating with you from another place. You requested something which is very, very difficult for a rabbi, which is to speak briefly. So that will have to do as the joke. In the second half of this ceremony, which we will celebrate in just a few minutes, we will read 7 blessings, the Sheva Brachos. These brachos give everything in miniature that a couple needs to go out into their married life. They go right back to the Garden of Eden. They talk about creation. They talk about the aspirations for us as individuals and for the Jewish people.
Whoa, love, love, love. Whoa, love, love, love. Whoa, love, love, love.
And it's a message that I want to share with you. You both come from very different backgrounds, different worlds. The Ribono Shel Olam brings people together in unusual ways. And the fact that you come from such different worlds will only help you if you use your innate talents correctly to build a new, successful, and really developed branch of the Jewish people. It's not a time to stand here recounting the many, many years of friendship with Yehudah Simcha, with your parents, and a more recent friendship, Talia, with your parents. It will only cause embarrassment. So, what I would like to say, though, is that the Gaffins, who are, Vicky in absence, our very, very dear and close oldest friends for a generation. As you know, and your mum just made reference to under the chuppah, we introduced your parents. And this wasn't quite what we envisaged where things would go, but we're delighted things have gone in this direction. They have been role models of love, care, Jewish life, integrity, and they've imparted to you solid, clear values, and they've encouraged you to find your own path and for your siblings to find their own paths within the Jewish system to become developed, autonomous, and effective Jewish adults. This is a tremendous blessing. Talia, we've developed an interesting, I think, somewhat unexpected friendship. It's been a very interesting and I think hopefully mutually beneficial friendship between you and my family. And I've got to know your parents. as a result of getting to know you, and it's been a tremendous pleasure. Your parents are activists, serious educators in the Jewish world, people who care very, very much about Judaism, about Israel, about you and your siblings, and providing you and them with the opportunity to be the very best Jewish adults you can be. Talia and Yehudah Simcha, you're both tough, you're both opinionated, and you're both ready to bring together your tremendous innate talents to do something extraordinary together, something that will inspire yourselves, your family, and all of your friends as well. My blessing on behalf of my family, on behalf of everyone here, to the two of you, is that you should grow together, is that your love for each other should develop every day, that you should bridge, using your marriage, the gulf between the reality and the ideal that we all must bridge, and create together a successful, extraordinary, happy, healthy relationship, bringing nachas to yourselves, to your family, to Klal Yisrael, and to the Ribono Shel Olam. Amen.
Special feeling it is to stand under the chuppah as we marry off our beautiful daughter Talia, who prefers to be called Talia Rachel Malka. I'm quite sure that Nechama and I are way too young to have reached this point in our lives, but we are thrilled and could not be happier for Talia or have asked for a better partner in life in Yehudah. You are both very special people who complement each other so well in so many ways. You are both people who are committed to a Torah way of life, and we have no doubts that your new home will be built based upon the foundations of the Torah. But know something and listen very well. Happy marriages do not just happen. Today is the easy part, and so is tomorrow, and the coming days and months. However, a happy marriage requires a few fundamental ingredients. Imra and I just celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary. We've been happily married now for 3 years. And this milestone does give us some authority to share what we feel are the key ingredients to a happy marriage. Love. Endless amounts of unconditional love, compassion, unwavering care and concern for others, for the other one. Selflessness. Life is no longer just about you, it's about the two of you. Flexibility. You both come from different backgrounds, ways, traditions and the like. Marriage entails being prepared to listen to the other one and realize that just because you always did it this way or thought that way doesn't mean there is no room for change. And finally, and a sense of humor is very, very important. And of course, empathy. Be sure to always feel the pain of the other and the joy of the other. Talia, we are so proud of you. You have grown into a beautiful young woman, both inside and out. You possess beautiful midot and are a very special person. You are doing an outstanding job as an informal educator at Emmanuel College, and we know that whatever path you choose, you will be fantastic. Yehudah Simcha, you are a wonderful young man. A man who has shown us how much you love and care for Talia. Your calm and rational approach which is not very seagull-like, to things will serve both of you very well, and we know that whichever path you choose, be it finance, medicine, something else, we know you will be a success. We are so thrilled to have so many family members here with us to celebrate this evening. We want to thank Eitan, Uri, Janine, Johnny, Shoni and their children. And we also thank Yossi, Dad, and Uncle Alan, Ariella and Abby for being here this evening. It is of course wonderful to also have Deborah, Saul, Lior and Yechiel here with your families. We of course miss Chaya, Karen and Josh and all the cousins who could not be here. It's so wonderful that our niece Libby was able to be here this evening. I'm sure you all agree that she looks gorgeous. We wish her a refuah shlema. At the same time, we're so happy that Johnny could make the trip, and we also wish him a refuah shlema. Finally, to our dear children, to Talia and Yehudah Simcha. May Hashem always watch over you and grant you the ability to always love each other, care for each other and support each other. May you always ensure that when there are tears, be they tears of joy or tears of sadness, that you will be there for each other, and may Hashem grant you only good health and happiness for many years to come. We love you. Mazel tov, mazel tov.
Because when a couple embarking on their own life together have to experience things in order to learn, it's a much more profitable experience than listening to someone else's wisdom prepackaged. My experience of growing with my wife, I'm sure is different than the one that Yehudah Simcha and Talia are going to experience together. Some things have to be learned by the person experiencing them. The process of learning changes a child much more than just hearing it. Yehudah Simcha, you are a man who has both listened and experienced. You're not scared to make mistakes, and you're assiduous in learning from them. We are immensely proudly of all you've achieved. And we shep great nachas when you made your siyum on Erechin on Shabbos, when you succeeded in learning every single parsha in the Torah, and when you got your honors degree in neuroscience. We love you so very much, and we are so very proud that you're our son. In Talia, your beautiful bride, you can applaud, that's fine. In Talia, your beautiful and radiant and opinionated wife, she's beautiful both on the inside and the outside. You have a perfect foil. She is kind, she's caring, she's funny. And with you, she shares a serious commitment to Torah and mitzvahs. Mummy and I send you both all our love and pray that you have many years together of health and happiness, of building a Bayis Nem Mam B'Yisrael, a truly Jewish home in your own image. Thank you for being our children and giving us the opportunity for this nachas. We love you and we wish all the best to you. Thank you.
Running from the law through the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. Had my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right, but I was younger then.
Good evening, family and friends. It's amazing to be celebrating with so many people who are also special to me. Wow, what a whirlwind the last year has been. Allow me to take you back to July 2014, where our story begins. It was the wedding of our dear friends Michali and Baruch. Shout out to the Faradays. I recall Michali's sister Sarah carrying on about how cute the groom's friend Rafi was. Being the caring and responsible friend that I am, I harshly told Sarah to get over him, as he'd be leaving back to London and she'd never see him again. Thank God she ignored my advice, and exactly 2 years later, Sarah and Rafi were married. This meant a fresh batch of English Bochum would be heading our way. After weeks of hesitation and some encouragement from Sarah, I finally confessed my crush to Yehudah. It took some convincing, but eventually he felt the same way. I'm quite a persuasive person. Anyway, the year that followed was approximately 60 hours of flying between us, a bag full of letters, and countless hours FaceTiming. It was difficult, but eventually I joined Yehudah in London, ready to set up our lives together. There are some people I'd like to thank for making the transition much easier for me. To the Gaffin family, thank you for your endless hospitality, kindness, and love. It was extremely difficult leaving my family, but you made it a lot easier. I know your home is always open to me. Thank you for being a second family to me and for everything you've done. Between all the Shabbases, advice, car rides, and even my laundry, you have helped me so much. I'm privileged to call you my family. To my new mum and dad, thank you for being like parents to me, not in-laws. To my wonderful new siblings, I love you all dearly and thank you for welcoming me into the family. I'm so thrilled that so many of my close friends and family could be here to celebrate with me. Thank you for making the effort to be here. It would not be the same without you. I'm so fortunate to have so many uncles, aunts and cousins, so many of whom are here this evening. Tanini and Johnny, Tuppy and Saul, Shoni and Josh, Yossi, Eitan, Leora, Karen and Udi and families. I love you all very much. I'm so happy that my cousin Libby could make the trip to Israel. You look gorgeous. A special thank you goes to my incredible cousins, the Moras, who I've been living with since July. You opened your home to me from day one. I want to wish my Uncle Johnny a refuah shlema, and I'm so thrilled you are here tonight to celebrate. The chemo king, as you call yourself, is testimony to your positive attitude. I will always cherish the Friday night bracha you give me every week, without fail, even over the phone when I was in Poland 2 weeks ago. Nini, as your favourite niece, it's no surprise you decided to take me in. But in all seriousness, words won't do justice to the amazing person you are. You work crazy hours and you still have the time and energy for all your kids, including me. You dealt with my wedding stresses, so much so that eventually Emma had to be summoned to London. I love you dearly and I'm so lucky to be living near you. Thank you for treating me like one of your own children. Natalie and Amy, you've become like siblings to me. I've loved living with you and will miss you dearly. Joshi, I love you too, I promise. We miss you at home, and thanks for your bedroom. To my Imma and Abba, your love is unconditional, and I want to thank you so much for everything you do for me. Abba, your wisdom, kindness, and generosity have inspired me over the years. You are my role model, and I will always look up to you. Thank you for all that you do for me. Imma, you are my best friend, my fashion guru, and I miss you every day. Thank you for being so hilarious, and I know I take the mick out of you often. I love you so much and none of this would have happened without you. Your attention to detail is remarkable, which is proven by you having to explain to me that no, not all wedding dresses are the same, and no, you cannot just buy one without trying it on. Thank you for putting up with me on our shopping trips. You know me so well and let me sit on the floor in the shops while you choose clothes for me to try on. Thank you for being the best mum. To my siblings, Yoni, you have been a protective and gentle big brother for as long as I can remember. Growing up with you made things easier when the other two came along. I love you and thank you for always caring about me. Ellie, you are more annoying than Yoni, but less than Kovi. Thank you for being a wonderful little sister. You have grown into a gorgeous young woman and I'm so happy you've stopped straightening your hair. Embrace those curls. Kovi, you are the most annoying. Having said that, you are always the cutest child and I have loved being your big sister. I miss living in the room next to you. You are so generous and I know you'll do anything for me. I love you all. A special shout out to Charlie, who wasn't allowed to come, but she's my favourite sibling. To my dear grandparents, I would like to thank my Bubba, Zayda and Safta for being here. I know travelling isn't easy, but it means so much to me that you made the journey. I wish my Saba could be here, but I know he's looking down and celebrating with us. Lastly, to my husband, Yehudah, thank you for the last year and a half. You have taught me so much. I have loved every minute with you, the laughing, crying and everything else. You light up my life every day, and I'm sorry for driving you insane all the time. I don't know why you put up with me. Thank you for making me a better person and inspiring me. I've missed you when we lived in different countries, and I'm over the moon to have moved right near you. You helped me set up my life in London, supported me when I started my job, and you always do your best to make sure I have whatever I need. I'm so lucky to have found you, and I truly believe Hashem always has a greater plan. He brought us together in what seemed to be an impossible situation. We have been through a lot, and I know whatever life throws at us, we will deal with together, because we work best as a team. I love you and can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. Thank you to all my family and friends who travel from near and far to celebrate with us. There are too many to name, but I appreciate every individual. Thank you to all my friends and family who travel from Australia, London, South Africa, America, and from all around Israel to celebrate with us.
I was somewhat petrified when, standing under the chuppah, I heard Rabbi Belovsky start discussing Lo tov heyo sa'odam levadoi se lo ezer kenegdoi. It's not good for a man to be alone, and so God says, let me make him a helpmeet. I thought he was about to destroy my entire Torah, but fortunately he went off on a different tangent, so I've still got something to say. I'd like to ask two questions about the Pasuk. Why was it difficult for Adam to find a partner? Because it says he looked through all the animals who were there and couldn't find one. And second of all, why did he need a partner? Why was it so bad to be alone? There are those who say that the toiv, the good, i.e. the not good without a wife, refers to the ability to have children. However, this appears to be a mistake, given that Adam was both male and female, and he was thus able to procreate. As such, he didn't appear to need a wife. Also, it's interesting to note that his wife, according to some opinions, caused his eventual downfall because she seduced him into sinning at the tree in the Garden of Eden. So we're not yet quite sure what's so good about having a partner. Rashi says that a woman was needed for Adam because otherwise it looked like he was an equivalent of God just down below rather than up in the sky. The Gemara relates that Rabbi Yossi asked Eliyahu Hanavi, Elijah the prophet, our questions above, why shouldn't a man be alone? And Elijah says that the man brings wheat and the woman makes bread. The man brings flax and the woman makes clothing. Which is a little odd because she's not just there for doing that. You're much more to me than that, don't worry. The Rivard, I can't remember who he is, but it doesn't matter. He says the man-woman connection is a level beyond that of the rest of the animal kingdom. Animals do care for their young, but they're not often monogamous, and as such there isn't that extra level of connection that we have. A man wants a keshe yedidus, a connection of friendship, and a life of partnership. This is what is necessary for a truly happy and fulfilled life. Each spouse can feel secure in the knowledge that another looks out for them and cares about them. Now we need to answer the second part of the question. Why did Eve, Chava, have to be created from Adam himself? Why couldn't she have just been created as the rest of the animals, one male and one female? The answer is that were she to have been created separately, she would simply have been like another animal. She would have been a functional partner for him, but there would have been no innate desire to help him due to the fact that she is part of him and they are really one and the same, just having been separated. We can now understand what Elijah the prophet meant. A marriage is a state of toiv, of goodness, because there's an emotional buy-in from both sides. Therefore, tasks are shared and thus are able to be reached completion. This reflects the fact that man and wife are from the same source and together they reach a state of wholesomeness. Motza isha, motza toiv. The Gemara says that when a man finds a woman, he finds goodness. Talia, I'm so glad I found you. You complete me and you compliment me. You inspire me with your devotion to your work and the huge sacrifice you've made to be with me coming across many oceans. You are so loving and caring towards me and you fuss over my every need. Every second apart is so painful and I'm so relieved that the wait is over and we can finally be together. I want to look after you and make you happy forever. I love you, Tals. I want to add one more small thank you. Talia, my darling, thank you for agreeing to marry me.